Good morning. So I'm starting a new platform here, and I wanted to start off with an introduction of myself. So my name is William LaGrange, the one and only William LaGrange III. And the reason I state that is as we go on these series of videos that I'll be making over the next 48 hours, I'm going to be exposing levels of fraud and corruption that have never been seen before. I will be exposing truth regarding Donald Trump, his estates. I will be exposing truth about the Epstein trust, the 1953 trust, the litigation behind these trusts, the entities attached to those trusts, and what truly has transpired. Because I've spent the last 4 years, I've spent well over 18,000 hours completing due diligence on the global financial markets, dissecting trust law in every jurisdiction of the planet, and dissecting all of the trust litigation and civil lawsuits that have transpired that no one's talking about. The news won't talk about it, people don't talk about it because they're fearful, or the ones that do know are forced to sign non-disclosure agreements. I have yet to do any of those things, so before I have to sign one, I'm going to launch all the information and people can make the decision for themselves of what has transpired. So it's a very interesting chain of events, but again, I want to start with myself. So my name is William Dennis LaGrange III, the one and only, as I have found that my identity has been compromised on multiple platforms and multiple federal government agencies. I'll get into that in other videos as well. But the history behind me, so I spent about 14 years in the auto industry, working my way up from an entry-level salesperson, ultimately touching finance director and multiple sales management positions within one of New England's largest Toyota Ford stores. I have a long lineage with the Toyota industry, and right when COVID-19 happened, I had an intuitional red flag go off, and I said, you have to pay the fuck attention because something is different, something is changing, and that's exactly what I did. So since COVID-19 till now, I resigned from my position, and I've been a self-funded nonprofit organization dissecting global fraud, manipulation, the lies and the deceit being told to us by the media. And what I did is I uncovered the truth. It's a terrifying truth, it's a triggering truth, but it's a truth that we the people need to know. So the fact of the matter is a lot of the entities involved include the military at multiple levels. It includes veterans of the military, it includes mergers and acquisitions, it includes our currency, the implementation of new currencies, and it includes artificial intelligence and cloud computing, quantum physics, and quantum computing. So throughout this journey, I spent about 4 years dissecting, like I said, global financial markets. I studied quantum physics, international trust law, international banking laws, and a whole group of spirituality practices. Because once you start studying quantum physics and you understand what this universe truly is, what a metaverse is, what our data is, you then put all the puzzle pieces together. And that's what I've finally done. So I had another platform, Stalwart Trust Company. I'm going to tag it so you guys can see it. And it's interesting to go back and watch those videos because I can see the fear. I was in fear for years of this process, and I know why, and I'll share that throughout this journey as well. But the fact of the matter is there's nothing to fear. We have to be smarter than the system. We have to work around the system, and we have to manipulate the system's energy as it has manipulated our energy for far too long. So I'm going to share my thoughts, my processes, and I will be offering a service. So my service is going to lead others through the government entities that have been set up, the AI computing systems that have been set up, and the banking system that is set up. So I've traveled the globe, multiple Caribbean islands, spoke with prime ministers and attorney generals in different jurisdictions of the planet to obtain multiple things, including banking licenses and second passports. I'm working on multiple different trusts, a spendthrift trust, we have foreign express trust. There's multiple trusts that I've been using and implementing in different jurisdictions on the planet. And we'll get into that in a little more detail later on. But the biggest introduction factor here is me introducing myself. So again, my name is William Dennis LaGrange III. And the reason I am pressing that issue is if anyone feels they want to complete any due diligence, jump on the internet and look up William H. LaGrange out of New York. It's an attorney using my name and all of my intellectual property all of the due diligence I've completed over the last 4 years, yet it's a digital representation of me. I've called the attorney's office. I actually went to Manhattan, knocked on the attorney's door, spoke with the assistant, got put on the phone with him for about 30 seconds, and he said, maybe we can talk about this later, and hung up on me. Completely unacceptable. I mean, the fact of the matter is a lot of our data has been stolen, a lot of our identities have been stolen, and it's bullshit. I'm going to get to the bottom of it. I've filed complaints with multiple government agencies. I filed Department of Justice complaints, and I filed Freedom of Information Act requests this morning. And I will get to the bottom of this, and nothing will prevent me from getting to the truth of the use of our information. And the reason this started is I was looking to sign up for a college program in order to study advanced cybersecurity tactics and programming. And I went to apply for some college funding on the government website, and my name has already been used and all of my information has already been used to obtain loans. So I can only imagine what my name truly has been used for. And it's very interesting because throughout this journey, I've learned a way to remove my social from the system completely, operate completely in the private using foreign jurisdictional companies as a president and membership, which gives you diplomatic immunity. I'll get into that in a little detail later. But again, this is just a reintroduction to my new platform. And this is going to be the enjoyable one, as there is no fear this time. And that's the most important part, because I'm coming for the system that stole from me. Not only my information, my data, but it stole a lot more, and we'll get into that in more detail later on. But I thank you for your time. I'm going to start building up the audience again. I had several 100,000 viewers on my last platform. And this time we're not selling fear. This time we're selling solutions. And I don't even care about the money. It's not about selling anything. It's about sharing the solutions, sharing the truth, and sharing what has transpired over the last 50 years. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be triggering. So get ready, Buttercup. It's going to be a wild ride.